during a consultancy basically, we talked about resume preparation session, how we have exclusive resume preparation session. And yes, here we are with another resume preparation session. So every time we talk about complete resume preparation session, this time and from the next time, yes, we have changed the pattern now. We will be focusing on specific areas and why they are important in resume preparation session, right? While your resume, when you see, you focus on technical skills. Here we are. Today, we'll talk about technical skills, soft skills. Technical skills, yeah, we won't talk about that, but soft skills, yes, definitely we'll do. So, always, every time we have these videos, these sessions, we say that you go to our playlist on YouTube, and yes, do watch those playlists. And we say that yes, those playlists are really good. And in that, we have one playlist related to soft skills. And yes, we always say the same thing. Soft skills do matter. So while you're here on our YouTube channel, while you're watching this live or as a recorded one, please like the video and subscribe to our YouTube channel at 360DigiTMG. Right? So let's start with the session, resume preparation session. So carefully, we have clearly named it this time, resume refined, the role of soft skills in data industry trend. You must be thinking each and every time we focus on soft skills and every time we go through soft skills, we say that it really matters. Yes, it does. It really, really matters. So yes, let's start with the session. So when we talk about soft skills, the basic question is what is soft skill, right? Or what are soft skills, we should say. Soft skills, when we say, are basically interpersonal skills, how we communicate with our teammates, how we do teamwork. All these things are part of soft skills. So why soft skills are important? Because for personal development, yes, soft skills do matter for personal development, professional development, everything. Personal development, when you see, if you are able to communicate effectively, you know, you will be able to clearly convey your thoughts. And yes, thoughts do promote actions. So, yes, someone who can clearly convey his thoughts, his or her thoughts, is a really important person. And yes, the skill that person has is really very important. Talking about interpersonal relationships, relationship with your seniors and with the juniors actually are really good when you have soft skills that really matter. Effective collaboration. Again, if we are in data industry, we know we work with cross-functional teams. There are different domains we work with, right? Different teams we work with. And yes, soft skills ensure effective collaboration. Professional presence. Now think of it. If you have that soft skills, you have those soft skills that really matter, you will be actually very much important. And at the very same time, your professional presence will be noticed. It is part of professional success. Yes. A personal, a person who has a professional presence is really, really important, as we already discussed, and that leads to professional success. Why is it important so? The person, think of it, if a person has soft skills like communication, leadership, adaptability, right? Like other communication skills, why that person won't be chosen for the particular job? He will be chosen, right? He or she. I shouldn't be gender biased, but yes, he or she will be chosen. So, which soft skills are important in data industry? When we consider data industry, what do you think? Which soft skills you should add to a resume? Here, it's communication. Yes, we will be discussing about each and everything in very much detail. I'll be talking about the real life scenarios. We will be seeing that. Communication, teamwork, problem solving, adaptability or flexibility, time management or organizational skills, leadership, emotional intelligence, creativity or innovation, and critical thinking. With all these, there is a soft skill, that's work ethic. More of ethic than soft skills, more about your integrity, right? That also matters a lot. Now, we'll be doing comparison, we'll be taking two people, Mr. ABC and Mr. 360DigiTMG. Now, you must be knowing, of course, if you watch resume preparation session, we always compare Mr. ABC and Mr. 360DigiTMG. Why? Because we know these things matter so that you understand that what skills you should have that really matter in data industry. Talking about communication, Mr. ABC has improper communication, whereas Mr. 360 Digit MG has proper communication. Now, when it comes to data field, both written communication and non-written communication are very important. Both are important, and when we say both are important, why? The question arises why? See, what happens when you're into data field? You have to explain very complex technical jargons to non-technical people. Now, how will you do that? With your effective communication skills. For example, you have to explain them what is courtesies. How will you explain them? Explain courtesies and what it means to their data. What are the insights that you get from their data, right? If there's positive courtesies, what it means for their data. If there's negative courtesies, what it means for their data. If it's right skewed, data is right skewed, or it is left skewed, what it means for their data. That is really important. And we don't expect non-technical people to know all these things, right? So yes, here communication matters. Here you clearly explain each and every point. You explain what are the insights that you got from their data so that they can work on those insights, and that in those insights will help to grow their business, right? So you understand it now. Communication is very important. And yes, while we are preparing resume, we saw that communication, resume, when you see, is really good part of written communication. Yes, effective and written communication. Be it resume or concise writing, yes, that is important. Very, very important. Now, teamwork or collaboration. Mr. ABC doesn't collaborate or isn't a team player, while Mr. 360 Digit MG collaborates with team and gets work done. He believes that teamwork makes the dream work. Yes, teamwork makes the dream work. It's really, really important. Teamwork or collaboration. Now, why is it important? Consider this real life scenario. When you are into data industry, there are different teams you will be collaborating with. For example, if you are into data science, of course, you are a data scientist, you'll be working with data engineer, you'll be working with data analyst, you'll be working with or business analyst, of course, you'll be working with domain specializations, right? Will people who know their domain really well. You'll be working with all these people. You'll be working with different departments. So to get that work done, of course, you'll need to work in a team. You need to have really good collaboration, right? So when we say, why is it important? Why you will be working with different people? For example, if you're working with data engineer, why would you work with him? Because you know the data is important and you want to check its quality, right? Exactly. So if you talk about business analysts, what are the insights you're getting? If you we work with a person with domain knowledge, with domain expertise, while you'll be working. You know, domain knowledge is really important in data science. When we say at 360 DigiTMG, we say we have 76 plus domain courses, right? We have domain knowledge of 76 plus domains. We have done projects on 76 plus domains. And yes, we have them. We have all of them. Every weekend now, alternate weekend, for example, we are having domain analytics related to domains. And yes, when you visit our website or YouTube channel, you can clearly see in our website, we showcase the domain courses we have, courses related to particular domain we have. And when you visit our website, um, my mistake, pardon me, when you visit our YouTube channel, yes, you are in there right now, you will see what playlist we have for different domains. Yes, we have a plethora of videos related to different domains. While you're here, as I said before, I request you again to please subscribe to our YouTube channel. So let's talk about next topic, problem solving. Now, Mr. ABC lacks problem solving skills. Mr. 360 DigiTMG, whereas, has developed problem solving skills. He is solution centric. Solution centric, rather than focusing on problem, he is focusing on solution. You know, when we are stuck with a problem, all we need is solution. It is there. If there's a problem, there has to be a solution. And Mr. 360 DigiTMG has learned that. For example, if you're dealing with data that is having missing values or outliers for that matter, now think of it. Which method will you apply? Right? Which method will you apply? You need to see if you are stuck with some algorithm, if you're not getting proper accuracy in your model, which model will you apply? What are the hyperparameter tuning you will do? All these things. You should know, right? You should be knowing that too. Yes. Problem solving is really important. And there, you make sure that you are really important and asset to a company. You are ready to solve those problems for the company, right? World is full of problems. And yes, if there are problems, there are solutions too. We should work on that, right? So be solution centric, not problem centric, like Mr. ABC is, right? Let's move further. Talking about adaptability or flexibility, Mr. ABC is not flexible or adaptable, so not able to keep up with changing technology. Whereas Mr. 360 DigiTMG is flexible or adaptable, so invests time in upskilling himself, able to keep up with the changing technology. Now, example if we see, when we talk about data analysis or data science, let's talk about data science. Of course, AI is included in that, right? Artificial intelligence. Now, prompt engineering and large language models, LLMs, generative AI, all these are buzzwords. And nowadays, you can hear that many times. You can see in job requirements, job description, when we talk about for data science, generative AI is really important. And it is there in the job description most of the times. Yes, it is. So when we talk about generative AI, Mr. ABC isn't upskilling himself, but Mr. 360 DigiTMG is upskilling himself. There are various models you try when you are making a model. Yeah, when you're clearly making a model for a particular data, for a solution you are searching for, you try different models, check their accuracy, and you learn about new models, new technologies. And yes, when you learn them, you actually make sure that you implement them too. Then only we say that you are adaptable or flexible. Yes. When we talk about generative AI or LLMs, right, we have courses. In our PDS, that is professional certification data science, we talk about these things. Yes, generative AI, large language models. If you haven't seen our brochure, do see that. Yes, do visit our website and see that. And yes, do come in contact person with our career counselor. You'll see all those things. You'll get to know all those things. Yes, we do offer all those things in our course. Yes. So, talk about time management or organizational skills. Mr. ABC has improper time management. He lacks organizational skills, whereas Mr. 360 DigiTMG has proper time management and has organizational skills. Now, what it means to have time management or organizational skills? See, when we talk about data world or when you are in the data industry, there are they are bound to have tight deadlines. Yes, tight deadlines. So, prioritizing tasks, allocating resources, and making sure these deadlines are met are really very important. So, time management or organizational management skills are really important here. So, when we talk about real life examples, again, as we saw, if you're working on a project, for example, you know you have to present your insights to the client. You'll be working on client data, right? Exactly. What insights can you get for that client? And we all know time is money. The sooner you do it, the better it would be for the client and for you too. You need to make sure you take care of deadlines. Deadlines matter. Now, talk about leadership. Mr. ABC lacks leadership qualities, whereas Mr. 360 DTMG has leadership qualities and leads his team effectively. Now, what are leadership qualities? See, when you're in a team, you talk to juniors, you teach juniors, you talk to seniors. When you're working as a team lead, you're taking your team's concerns to the upper management. You do all these things. When you are working on a particular data or a particular project, you lead that team. Yes, you lead that team. Set directions that your team needs to follow. And yes, take responsibility whenever these things doesn't work. Things don't work, you take responsibility. Yes, that is leadership. And make sure that things work. That is where leadership comes to picture. Talking about emotional intelligence, yes, Mr. ABC lacks emotional intelligence, and Mr. 360 DTMG has emotional intelligence, which helps him in teamwork and leading the team in an efficient manner. Now, let's face it, you are in the data world, you'll be starting with it, right? And you have to have emotional skills. You have to have emotional intelligence. Why? Because while you deal with data or with your team, you should know if your team is not able to perform, why it is that they are not able to perform. You need to talk to them. If someone is making mistake, for example, talk them in a way that they shouldn't have any resentment with you, right? Those things shouldn't affect the quality, the positiveness in your company and the quality your company has. So, talking about creativity or innovation, Mr. ABC lacks creativity, so lacks innovative ideas too, whereas Mr. 360 DigiTMG is creative and has innovative ideas and focuses on innovation at work. Now, what it means? Suppose you are working on a data that is unconventional. For example, we now are working on a live project, and the students also work on the same. We always talk about live projects, right? That our students work on live projects, and our students get their papers published. So one of the live projects we are talking about is basically counting weight or measuring weight of chicks, small chickens we have. Exactly. So measuring their weights, and that requires unconventional innovation. And yes, that has unconventional data, and yes, it requires innovation in a clear way. We know how we did that, and yes, we cracked that project. Yeah, talking about critical thinking. Mr. ABC lacks critical thinking, whereas Mr. 360DigiTMG thinks critically and excels in his work. Now, think of it. You have data or you get some problems in your data. Rather than just jumping on conclusions based on the surface level analysis, you make sure you do root cause analysis of a problem. And yes, when you do that, you think critically how solutions can be met for this problem. What are the models that you should try for this problem? What are the different methods of missing values, outlier treatment you can try so that you take proper steps and come up victorious? Now, when we talk about all these things, here, when you know soft skills are important, here are some job portals that will really help you to get jobs. A few Google search results suggest for data scientist, fresher with data scientist job, you can see the plethora of jobs for data scientists, fresher as well as experienced data scientists. Keywords for data scientist resume. Here are some of the keywords that we have mentioned so that your resume is ATS friendly, right? We all know that's important, right? So technical skills or tools, statistics, data analysis, machine learning, Python, etc. You can see that. Analytical skills, business understanding, data management, and soft skills. Yes, soft skills are what we're focusing on today. Frequently asked questions. Every week, we come up with 5 questions that are really important. And we give those questions to ponder upon so that you prepare for your interview really well. The questions for this week is, how could you have improved your career progress? What do you worry about? Give me an example of creativity. How do you feel about working nights and weekends? Are you willing to relocate or travel? All these things really matter. And yes, while you have soft skills, while you have technical skills, make sure you do not underestimate your abilities. Sometimes we think we don't have those communication skills that are required for a particular job. No, you have it. It's just that you think you don't have it. And that is why it's important that you do not underestimate your abilities. That's your boss job, right? This is what Francis Young said. And yes, we all do agree. Now, while you are here, you can contact us at this toll free number. You can mail us at inquiry at 360DTMG or 360DTMG.com. We have 3 offline services. We have 3 centers, offline centers at offices at Hyderabad, Bengaluru, and Chennai. And yes, while you're here, while you're watching live, please pause the video and yes, follow us on Instagram, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and yes, do follow us on LinkedIn. We have accreditation to international certification bodies, Microsoft, State University of New York, Future Skills Prime, Panasonic, and TCS. Now, while we are here, let me take you to really good features that we have in our website. You all are excited to go there, right? Exactly. Let me take this opportunity to take you there. Now, here when you see is a beautiful website, 360digitmg.com. In this website, we have plethora of knowledge. Yes, we have blogs, we have mind map. You can see what are the courses we offer. We have learning resources. And yes, learning resources is really important. Mind maps for easy internalization of concepts. Us students who are placed through us. See, you can assess them. You can assess those students when you are in the YouTube channel. Just go to the playlist and yes, you can assess them, assess their success stories. You can get in contact with them, right? Now, let's go to learning resources. Here, while you are here, you can check the popular courses we have, domain analytics, for example, different courses we have, differentiators about us, and what do our alumni say about us. Career transitions, you can clearly see our success stories. Everything is here. Our alumni work at different companies and many big companies. So yes, we have collaboration with many companies. Now, while we are here, let's talk about learning resources. In learning resources, we have mind maps, interview questions, digital book, ML architecture assistant, data readiness test, resume mapper, animated learning, data sphere, and yes, there are many more things that are coming up. Let's talk about resume mapper. Resume mapper, which we have in job portals, they actually charge to compare your resume to the skills that are required. Yes, technical skills and soft skills both are required and both are important. Now, you can come to our website, 360DigiTMG, 360DigiTMG. You can visit our website, and yes, you can use a resume mapper here. How do we use it? Here, click here, and you can see we are uploading one of our interns' resume. And for example, we have here the job description. We have clearly copied from you from the net, and yes, there we go. When we click on compare now, let it take its own sweet time. And yes, what we get in return is the matching percentage as per the job description and what our intern has in his or her resume. Right? We're processing that. Let's not waste our time. And yes, I've already checked that. And here you get keyword matching result as 40 percentage. These are missing skills that we have in resume. And yes, similarity to that, these are the missing skills you have. So 40% is the match. Now you need to work hard, or the intern needs to work hard to make sure that all these things are in his or her resume to make sure that he is ATS friendly, his resume is ATS friendly, right? And that will actually guarantee interview selection. Now, while we are here, let's go to ML architecture assistant. One thing that we really love to see is ML architecture assistant. See this. When you talk about ML architecture assistant, you know, when we do live project, we ask our students to make data architecture so that they know from end to end, from this end of the pipeline to that end of the pipeline, end to end, they know how things work. Now, we have, when you see here in ML architecture assistant, you see we have beginner, intermediate, and accordingly, these flowcharts change and advance. Now think of it. You going to your recruiter and you knowing all these advanced stuff and how to integrate that, you can make a proper data architecture diagram, right? And that you are supporting with a proper project format. Think of it. It would be really good, right? Exactly. That's why I'm saying, while you're here, please use the resources in our website. It's free of cost. And again, I request you, while you're here in our YouTube channel, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And yes, do visit our playlist section. You will get plethora of videos that will be really, really helpful for your growth, right? So here we wind up for this time. Next time, we'll be coming up with new content so that you learn how to include those things in your resume. I hope you learn what are the soft skills and why these are required in data field, right? Let's meet next week, team. Happy learning, guys. Good night. Bye.